Tabletop role-playing game, end of the year. Ask me anything. How you doing? It is the 22nd day of December. We're in a weather alert. It is cold and gloomy here at Site B. It's about 10 a.m. this Sunday. The countdown to Christmas has begun. Hopefully you are safe and warm and healthy and happy and spending Christmas with people whose company you actually enjoy. Or me. So we're doing this thing. We're doing the end of the year list of things. See if any of my opinions have changed or my experiences have changed since we did this last time. And we did how I got started, favorite race, favorite class, favorite game world. We've got a couple here that I think can all just be fit into one, favorite edition. My favorite dice. Okay, this is going to upset a lot of people. I actually don't like the D&D dice system. For an obsessive compulsive neurodivergent, it is very confusing. D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, D20, D30, D40. Some of them need to be high. Some of them need to be low. Some of them are percentile. Some of them you roll this one. Sometimes you roll this one. You know, oh God, I liked streamlined linear dice systems, which is weird. I know. I mean, not to say I don't love playing the dice and I don't love collecting the dice, but I mean, if I had my choice between a clear, linear, straight D6 dice pool system or D10 dice pool system versus the confusion of all the different, you know, how many D8s do I need now? But I also need 3D6, but I also need to roll high on this one, but I need to roll low on that one. There's times when it got very confusing. So probably I like dice pool systems, which is weird because it involves math, which I suck at, but it's just clean and it's linear. And I know I only need 7D10 to play this game or whatever. I'm drinking coffee. So, plus the numbers are hard to read because of my crappy eyes, you know. Like, who decided to make a black dice with speckles and make the numbers the same color as the speckles? I can't read number what that is. And then you roll it and you're like, wait, is that it? I can't, whatever. Oh, I think I rolled a 7. I don't know. I like my dice to be bright colors with the letters to be dark colors. I like my dice on the larger side so I can clearly see them, clearly read them, clearly calculate the numbers in my dyslexic brain. Dyslexic brain, yes. So, yeah, I like D6 pool systems or D10 pool systems, which is weird since 90% of my gaming life was weird D20 games like D&D and Villains and Vigilantes and Heroes Unlimited. I don't know why the D20 system became the cornerstone, the Rock of Gibraltar of gaming, and the variety of dice that we use to play Dungeons and Dragons became the default. I know something it has to do with how miniature games worked, and like the numbers for the different units in the miniature games, and like armor class was based upon battleship armor. But, you know, and I don't know enough about the early miniature games to say, oh, they didn't start using so-and-so until the game. So it'd be interesting to, you know, study why each dice came into existence and when. The D30 is a perfect example of, since it's in the picture, of a dice that came into existence for no reason. Like, they made a D30, I assume just to see if they could. And then they realized there was nothing in the game that used a D30. So then they had to make up a whole bunch of tables. They made a whole entire book of things you could do with the D30 because they made the D30 and then they realized, wait, there's no tables. There's nothing that in the game that thinks so. So yeah, there we go. Favorite deity. Lyra. Or Lear from the Forgotten Realms, the goddess of deception and illusion who faked her own death twice. That one's probably my all-time favorite. I love that one. And then the one from Pathfinder, what was his name? Oh, God, I forgot his name. Corin Corellian or something like that? No, that wasn't it. That's the elf god. But anyway, there's a god, the god of adventurers, the guy who got drunk and became a god on a bet and then can't remember how he became a god and still acts pretty much like he did when he was alive. That's a great origin story, you know? Not just like, oh, no, I'll go do it. Like, dude, you're drunk. You're not going to do it. He comes back a day later. I did it. And everybody's like, oh my God, you're a god. How'd you do it? I don't remember. That's a great story. So yeah, those are probably my two. Tyr, another great one. Odin, of course, but yeah. So those are some of the ones on here that don't really think. Like we got all this one we just like supposed to say, what is your favorite monster type, magic item, stuff like that. Those are kind of dumb. I mean, my favorite monster is slime, right? We all know my favorite monster is slime. And I've said over and over again why I love slime, why I love undead over any other monster type. I love slime more than I love dragons because dragons are very specific. And dragons need a lot of things to explain why they're there. Slime are just there. You don't have to explain it. And I can build a slime to do anything I want and fit any scenario I want. You know, slime are the ultimate building block of monsters. Just, it can be any shape. It can have any special ability. It can be slow. It can be fast. It can be scary. It can be silly. It can be edible. I don't have to feed it. I don't have to pay it. I don't have to provide it with space to live in the dungeon. And best of all, if I'm the evil overlord, the slime is never going to talk back to me. It may take it a lot longer to accomplish my goals, but I don't have to pay it, and it's never going to talk back to me. And if you're an evil overlord, those are two things you want to hear. A minion who's not going to talk back to you, never question your orders, and you don't have to pay it. It's just going to slumble along in its own little weird slime world, and maybe it kills some player characters, maybe it doesn't, don't know. And slimes don't care, right? They just slursh along, and if something gets in their way, they eat it. Well, I ate something. I don't know what I ate, but it was pretty damn good. I don't care. They continue on. So that's why I love slime. Same with undead. I love undead because you don't have to explain them. And if you're going to argue with me, yes, you do. I think we can just look at The Walking Dead or any other zombie television show and go, no, you do not have to explain how the undead got there, because according to the logic of those TV shows, the undead literally can teleport. Case in point, an episode of Fear of the Walking Dead, they go into a house. There's clearly a picture on the mantle of how many people are in the house, how many people lived in the family. So that tells you exactly how many zombies to expect in the house. They take out a series of bodies that match the number of people in the picture. So there should be no more zombies in the house. Character goes upstairs, goes into a bedroom, a 10 by 10 bedroom, plus a closet. There's nothing in the bedroom other than the bed and a few other things scattered around. Absolutely no place where the zombie could hide. Character turns around to hear a noise, turns back, suddenly there's a zombie in the room. Then, no, actually, there's 4 zombies in the room chasing that character. Where did those 4 zombies come from? So no, you do not have to explain undead, which is why I love them. So there we go. Favorite dice, favorite deity, favorite undead. You know what else I want to talk about my favorites, especially today, is some of the favorite insults people have said to me over the years, over this year. Because I have gotten some doozies this year. I mean, usually it's death threats and people calling me a liar, calling me a piece of shit or a cunt or, uneducated. But this year I've gotten some really doozies. I mean, some really big words. So, from the kindergarten level of insults from, somebody, one of our favorite YouTubers referring to me as GM Grumpy Grump. Then we've got another person who repeatedly refers to me as a pathological liar and a two-faced cunt and a piece of shit and a fucking asshole and other various incarnations of foul language. I'm inexperienced. I'm mediocre. I don't know what I'm doing. The usual, but that's what that individual says about everyone. So I have a new contender to the throne who refers to me as a misanthropic straw man who needs to die a slow, painful death. In fact, that individual built much of his YouTube around just saying what an idiot I am. Then we got the individual who told me I was going to be kicked out of the old school for not supporting Adventurer Conqueror King 2nd Edition. Yeah, Adventurer Conqueror King 2nd Edition. That's the kind of people you want supporting your game. People who will tell you they will kill you because you're not supporting their game. So yeah, I got kicked out of the old school. Gatekeeper, of course. Toxic, of course. But my favorite insult that I received this year was being called an ungodly heathen. An ungodly heathen who needed to come to Christ, or I would burn in hell for being a Jew and for being LGBTQT. So yeah, that one wins. That one wins. I mean, you can call me pathological liar, fucker, asshole, inexperienced, mediocre, idiot, gatekeeper, toxic, stupid. You can send me death threats. You can tell me I need to die. You can tell me you're going to get me. You're done with me. You're going to scorch the earth with me. But yeah, you can't top ungodly heathen. Ungodly heathen wins. So those are my best insults this year. Best favorite dice, favorite deity, favorite monster. What else we got? We got a couple other. We got enough to keep us going through Christmas. If you have any questions you want to have me answer, let me know. If you have any stories you want to tell me about gaming, let me know. Let me put a question to you that I do every now and then. There has been an Easter egg hidden in every single video I have posted for the past 12 years. Has anybody ever noticed it? And no, it's not my avatar. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a happy holiday. Stay safe, stay warm, stay classy, San Diego. That's a Ron Burgundy reference. I'll see you later.
News from the table in the rolling waves. Dice in our hand, we're the dungeon's brave.